This is the Darren Harris Podcast. Here's your host, Darren Harris.
Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the program. I'm your host, Darren Harris, and this is the Darren Harris Podcast. How you feeling this week? Hopefully everybody is doing well. Check it out, man. I got some things I want to talk about today. Today I'm going to be talking about Bad Bunny, man, because he is about to do our Super Bowl, and I, for one, am super excited. My wife is even more excited than I am. I think it's hilarious. So I'm going to be talking about Bad Bunny today. Also, I'm going to be talking about something that I just picked. I was gonna do another subject, but I saw this morning and it jumped out at me as something that I need to address and something that I need to talk about. So if you're unaware, this morning there was a post on Truth Social, and I'm not even going to say the person's name. Everybody knows who it is. He's probably the most childish motherfucker going right now, but I'm not even going to say his name because I don't get down like that. But he posted a meme or a photo of Barack and Michelle Obama as monkeys. And I didn't even read the caption. I had seen enough. I didn't even read the caption. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, this happened. So I'm going to be talking about that today and why he did that, the reasons why he did it. But before I do any of that, I want to, again, bring up mental health for everybody and make sure that everybody's mental health in a place where you can get a grip on it, or where there's somebody that can give you some help. Because I know, especially with, come on, man, especially what's going on in the world right now, a lot of people, especially myself, I've been going through a lot myself. But I have been attending therapy, and I attend therapy every week, and I love it, and I encourage anybody who may be thinking about it to don't wait, don't hesitate, get in on it now, because it definitely is a game changer. It definitely helps you. It will definitely help clear up a lot of the things that, a lot of the anxieties that you may have, in today's time. So I don't want people to sit around and think that there is no help for them, because there is plenty of help out there. There are plenty of people out there who are ready to help you, who want to help you. This is what they do. This is what they're trained for, and you are the people that they want to help. So don't deny yourself that help. Make sure, get yourself up, make that telephone call or whatever it is you got to do, call a friend, or, email, or, look it up, or whatever it is that you have to do to get yourself in a better place mentally. I would, if it was me, I would pull out all the stops to make that happen. So, all right, I'm going to take a quick, fast break, and when I come back, we're going to talk about what's going on here with the Super Bowl and with the Obamas. All right, I'll be right back.
Now, back to the Darren Harris Podcast. Here's your host, Darren Harris.
Hey, y'all, what's up? So this morning when I woke up, I do what all of us do every morning. We lay there and we kind of scroll for a few minutes. Now I was scrolling, looking for some stuff, and trying to get ready for some content that I was going to post. And I flipped over to the news and I saw that somebody had posted on True Social. Well, we all know who it was. Posted on True Social this meme, I guess, of Barack and Michelle Obama. And again, like I said, I didn't even look at the caption. I had seen enough, because it's disrespectful for one, it's childish for two, and it's hateful for three. It's racist for four. And I'm just not going to tolerate that shit for five. You know what I'm saying? So, immediately I felt some type of way about it. Now, I had a friend that we argue back and forth just about every time we talk. And this guy always brings up Barack Obama. And over this past week, me and this person have decided that, fuck it. Why do we even talk to each other? You know what I'm saying? We always end up arguing, always end up fighting. We are clearly on opposite sides of what's going on right now in history. Whatever it is whatever it is. So as I sit here, though, and watch, what he supports, because, he's all in for this. I may not agree with everything he says, but I definitely was, I don't agree with nothing this motherfucker, nothing. I don't care what good he's done. Inherently, he is a bad person, and I just cannot get down. You know what I'm saying? So, and call me, whatever you want to call me behind that, and I'll stand 10 toes down in it, because, I just don't get down with people who deliberately try and harm other people. You know what I'm saying? Especially people that may be less fortunate. I just don't get that. I don't understand that. And I don't understand our fascination with it or our obsession with it. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm sitting here, just thinking about it. I'm like, yo, do you feel the same way? Does he feel the same way? Does he look at these people as monkeys? Because, that's, because every time we talk, this motherfucker is adamant about his hate for Obama. Adamant about it. And there's a reason behind it, which I really won't get into it. But the reason behind it, I'll go ahead and say, is really not Obama's fault. It's his fault and the fault of Philip Morris. But he don't put that energy on them, on himself or Philip Morris. He takes 100% of that load and he puts it on Barack Obama. And it's wrongfully placed. Obama, shut the fuck up. I want to tell him every time. So that's what I told him. Because every time we talk, he digs up 16 years ago when Obama was president, and he still can't get over when Obama was president. But meanwhile, we're going through the shit we're going through now at the hands of the motherfucker who's in the White House right now. But he can't fix his face to condemn the things that this man is championing. Ugh, that was hard to say. But he can't. So my problem is this. People get comfortable. People have gotten comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And there is some kind of something that got to be done about it. Somebody's got to do something about it. I'm not sure what it needs to be, but something needs to be done. You know what I mean? Like I said, this video was shown of Barack and Michelle portrayed as monkeys. And, the imagery, it's not accidental, it's not edgy, and it's not humorous. This goes directly to one of the oldest, most racist ways that black people have been dehumanized in Western history. Comparing black people to apes has always been used, for centuries to justify slavery, segregation, violence against black people, and also the idea that black people are less than human. Always. This is the go-to. The reason that this thing blew up like it did, isn't just because it was offensive. It was because it was deliberate. You know what I'm saying? He did it deliberately. You don't stumble upon that shit. You don't make mistakes like this. You already, you have to be already comfortable with the stereotype and numb to what it means, or already signaling to an audience that gets the joke. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to tell you what, though. Motherfuckers came back fast as a motherfucker on some backlash because, people immediately recognized, that this was being invoked. And you got some civil rights groups, a lot of commentators, political figures called it what it is, racist propaganda. That's exactly what it was. Meanwhile, a lot of people, still, and you can see people trying to downplay it as humor, or, black people being too sensitive, or, which is, this shit is just, it's familiar. It's par for the fucking course. Deny the intent, and then you mock the reaction, and then you never address the fucking history. And that's par for the fucking course. You know what I'm saying? What makes this especially bullshit, though, wasn't the fact that it wasn't aimed at random people. It was targeted at, the first black president and the first black first lady, symbols of black excellence and black progress. That is not a coincidence. When black people rise, when we rise to undeniable prominence, like it's kind of It's kind of this imagery that has been historically used to try and drag us down or put us back into a place or make us seem like we are less than. And that's bullshit. That's bull. And somebody needs to stand up and say some shit about it. And that's, I guess that's, I mean, some of these organizations, but it's most definitely me, but it also needs to be everybody else. And I'm not talking about just black people. I'm talking about Hispanics and Asians and other white people who don't identify or feel that way. They need to start calling it out as what it is. And that's the way that you stop it. I mean, the story isn't really about this video. Okay, it is about how comfortable that some parts of America are still with dehumanizing black people, and then they start acting confused when other people don't want to fucking play their game or laugh along with their bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we said this about black. Oh, but what? That wasn't cool to say. No, motherfucker, it wasn't cool to say. You know what I'm saying? But they keep saying it to test the waters and also to galvanize their base, to reaffirm and restoke those fires of hatred. That's exactly what that does. Every time this happens, all they do is stand up and cheer right, yeah. And that right there is hurtful. Now, I know what, some people might ask, what do you think this is? I mean, what is this? I mean, why do they continue to do this? Why do they continue every time that there's some sort of anything, they immediately go to dehumanizing black people or even using monkeys to dehumanize black people? I mean, do you think it's jealousy? Do you think people are jealous? Is this something else? Well, I'm going to say this. I do believe that jealousy is part of it, but it is not the whole thing. What we're seeing is a mix of threatened identity, loss of dominance, and unresolved racial mythology. That is exactly what we're looking at. That's what that is exhibiting. Jealousy, yes, it exists, but it's deeper than, it goes much deeper than envy. There is envy when a black person or even a black man becomes wildly successful or globally respected, or we become intellectually sharp, or we're more calm than they expect us to be because, they expect us to always be angry, or we have a great amount of discipline, or we don't have any scandals, like certain people, or more American than the people who claim ownership of America. You know what I'm saying? That's a problem because like Obama didn't just win elections. He violated a very, very sacred held unspoken racial hierarchy. For some people, that creates cognitive dissonance. Well, how is he above me when I was taught that he is beneath me? And then that jealousy kicks in. You know what I mean? You feel what I'm saying? And that quickly mutates into resentment. And we see a lot of that. We see so much of that where there'll be somebody, of either black or a minority from someplace else that'll be successful. Even, my man down with, the little landscaping company. And then all of a sudden you get people mad and jealous and, why has he got this? And he drives a brand new this, or, they got a big house and I'm still living in this and such. That's because he was given any handouts like you. I mean, for real. My country never gave me any hand. Well, you know what? You were never held down because of your ethnic background, the color of your skin, whether you speak a different language. You didn't make it because you were mediocre. That's all it is, because everything was put in place for you to succeed and to give you a leg up. But you still didn't do anything. You were complicit. That's not our fault that we took the ball and ran. And not only did we ran plenty of motherfucking touchdowns. Plenty of them. You know what I'm saying? For a long time, this This is about you feeling threatened, your identity feeling threatened. That's all it is. It's not about just your feelings. It's about your identity being threatened. For a long time, y'all came with, the automatic authority. White people just had it. I mean, you didn't have to be the smartest. You didn't have to be the most moral. And you definitely didn't have to be the most competent. You know what I'm saying? Your proximity to power was all you really needed. Now, Obama, what he did, he symbolized the collapse of that. You know what I'm saying? He symbolized the collapse of your guarantee. So the attack isn't really him, all right? It's an attempt to restore a pecking order. Get it? You feel me? You feel me? That's all it is. It's an attempt to put us back into a place. You know what I'm saying? Dehumanizing imagery is a shortcut to saying no matter what you achieve, you're still going to be beneath us. But you don't believe that, do you? And that's not jealousy. It's not jealousy. What that is panic. And I fucking love it. And I love it. You know what I'm saying? Dehumanization is a control reflex, okay? That's what dehumanization is. People trying to dehumanize you or put you in a place, it's them trying to maintain their control over you because they recognize that you are breaking out of those boundaries that they have set. Calling black people monkeys isn't random. It isn't random. It's a control mechanism. If you can frame somebody as less than human, then you ain't got to respect them. You ain't got to listen to these people. You don't have to deal with or reckon with their success. You can accept what their existence says about your worldview. Yeah. It's easier to reduce something than to reflect on something. Okay? It's painful. They cannot reflect on it. Now, why Obama specifically, though? Why did he do? Because he don't like him. He just don't like him. Every time, look, his wife movie just came out last week, and Michelle Obama's documentary is trending and already has put up higher numbers. That's why. He did it. Because he did it to Obama because he was calm instead of angry. He was articulate instead of stereotypical. He was loyal to his family. Unlike this person. He was admired globally, like he still is. People love him. And he was unbothered by all the bullshit around him. He focused on running the country. And all of that right there, that broke whatever stereotype, whatever fucking bullshit racial caricature that anybody could paint about black people. So they still try so desperately to paint that monkey face over the top of them. Obama was probably the third most intelligent, the third smartest president that we've ever had. I think Jimmy Carter was number 2. The problem for them is when the stereotype fails, then they start with all the racism. You know what I'm saying? When that stereotype fails, they get louder, it gets uglier, it gets more cartoonish and more outlandish because ultimately it's just compensating for their weakness. That's all it's doing. It's people are seeing that you're weak. And not for nothing, the more that you do shit like this, the more weak we see you. The more, you're just showing more of your weakness, more of your jealousy, more of your vulnerability. Your real emotion underneath all of this is not hatred, though. It is fear. It is fear that history is not on your side anymore, that the lie of your superiority cannot survive the daylight, that the future won't center you automatically. Your jealousy is a spark Fear is the fuel, and dehumanization is your tool. That's the bottom fucking line, and that's why these people did this. They are not intelligent. They are smart. They are jealous. They are hateful, and they are afraid. I'm going to take a quick fast break, and when I come back, we're going to talk about some Bad Bunny. This is Darren Harris Podcast.
Now, back to the Darren Harris Podcast. Take it, D.
Hey, y'all, welcome back to the program. So, Bad Bunny, man. That's my dog all of a sudden. I'm digging some Bad Bunny as my wife is back over there dancing around. You would think that that Bad Bunny was this woman's child. You really would, I'm telling you. Well, I for one, and I just want to say, I for one am super excited. I am excited to see this. And the reason why is because I'm excited to see the depiction of another America. You know, there is another America here that is being overlooked, that is being, swept away, that is being forcibly removed from the country. There is another culture here, and it is every bit as American, if not more American, than, what they claim is American culture. America, like it or not, is a melting pot. That's one of the words they despise, by the way, melting pot. They don't want it to be that, by the way. They want it to be lily white and pristine and pure as the driven snow. And it ain't, man. It just ain't. It just is not. The United States, our country, our civilization here is multifaceted, regardless of how it started. It is a bunch of us here. And this is the problem that I have, right? If you didn't want, why the fuck did you go out and get the property? You know what I'm saying? Then if you didn't like black, why did you come get us? If you don't, why did you fuck with people instead of minding your fucking business? Is the magic question. That's the question. Why didn't you mind your fucking business? If all you were going to do is hate the people, is hate these people. You want to go take their country and then hate them on top of taking their country. You want to enslave somebody and then hate them on top of them being enslaved and then hate them even more for being free. Then why the fuck did you bother us? Why? You can't even answer the fucking question, can you? I can. Because you're lazy and you're mediocre. That's the reason. You're greedy and you're hateful. That's the reason. And you smile while you're doing it. And you do it in the name of religion. So that you can stand up and you can sleep at night. That's despicable. That's the most despicable shit in the world, by the way. To do some horrible shit in the name of God. So Bad Bunny is going to take the stage at the Super Bowl. And again, I, for one, am upset. But there is a really, really, I won't say large. I mean, I guess it's quite a few of them. I mean, the whole movement, I guess, that is against it. And they don't want to watch it. So they're trying to have their own Super Bowl halftime show. Good for y'all. Good. Good. Fucking good. And they want to have that. And they're mad at that because the Super Bowl performer, Bad Bunny, isn't their type of music. Isn't their type of America. Well, you know what? Too fucking bad. The problem here is this. The Super Bowl, they believe, belongs to them. It's the most highly rated program on TV. You know what I'm saying? It's watched fucking everywhere. New commercials, careers are launched from the Super Bowl, fucking, products, all kinds of, everything. The Super Bowl is because everybody's watching it. and they want to be depicted as the face of this country. And for the second straight year, they were not. They were not featured. And that makes them angry. They are not centered. And that makes them angry. That makes them angry. And it is no more, no less. Oh, he wears a fucking dress. Well, what the fuck is a kilt? Oh, well, that's different. No, the fuck it's not. It's not fucking pants. Okay? You know, I'm not trying to be derogatory towards Irish people or Scottish people and their heritage or whatever it is. But at the end of the fucking day, it's a fucking skirt. Okay? Simple as that. It's a lot of hypocrisy. You motherfuckers are hypocritical as fuck. You know what I'm saying? You want to protect children, but you fucking you protect fucking pedophiles first. It's stupid. And that ought to tell you something. I mean, I'm going to go back to this really fast. That ought to tell you something. The fact that these files have been released, right? Something like 3 million pages. So, you know, the fact that these files have been released, well, first of all, the fact that it took so long for them to be released is just a fucking red-ass flag to begin with. Number two, but the fact that the files have been released and that all these names are in the files and have been implicated, and the fact that there has been no law enforcement dispatched to get these people tells you about this system. Tells you about who the system was made for. And how it fucking protects them. And how it coddles them. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody else would be under the fucking jail. Would be in prison. Anybody else. But they're doing all they can to protect their leader. That's all it is. That's all this is, folks, is fascism on a silver platter. That's it. And the sooner we all wake up and realize that, the sooner that we can all play a part in dismantling fascism, because that's all it really is. You know, the fact that you want to control every narrative, the fact that you want to control every media outlet, the fact that you want to control every social media outlet, you know, so that you can influence people is despicable. Is despicable. The fact that you want to surveil people, you know what I'm saying? It's despicable. You just want to control things. That's all this is. That's all this is a last ditch effort to try and maintain control. There's been so many people, oh man, they're stealing your country, they're taking your country. No, it's not your country. It never was your country. You stole it. You stole it from the people that were already here. And I know that's hard for you to accept or believe. And I know some of you go, well, you know what? We conquered it. And, you know, it's us now. Well, you know what? It's looking like it's getting ready to be a bunch of other people. And that is what you're afraid of. And I want to say thank you, because really what people are doing is they're taking pages out of your book. They're taking pages out of your book. And at the same time, they are rejecting the messages in your ideology at the same time. You are not strong, and everyone knows it, and we can all see it. And the fact that you all bitch out over the Super Bowl just proves that. It just shows that. Just exposes all of that. So shout out to Bad Bunny. I mean, not for nothing. He did the damn thing at the Grammys. I mean, like, for real. The #1 artist in the world, y'all. He's the #1 artist in the world. The #1 celebrity, arguably he's probably the most famous person in the world right now. And he's from a little island in the Caribbean. And I think that is the most amazing thing in the world. I think that is so amazing. Last year, what Kendrick did, man, amazing. Amazing to stand up against this beast in the face of adversity and just fucking spit right in their face. Tell them about themselves on national television and on the world stage, and everybody jumped on it. They not like us. And we know that. And everybody knows that now too. And you know what? Bad Bunny is about to prove that shit one more again. I think it's going to do it for this week's episode of the Darren Harris Podcast, y'all. Thank you definitely for joining me. I want to thank my parents for giving me the brain and the mouthpiece. I want to thank my wife for just being my biggest fan and my greatest supporter. I want to thank my best friend Jesse Yandel for being a lights out producer every single week. I want to thank Gentry Thomas for the platform. And again, and last but not least, I want to thank everybody out there listening to my voice right now. I could not do this without you. The Darren Harris Podcast now officially today is 201 episodes, and I couldn't have gotten it. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that, girl. And I couldn't have got there without any of you. So I do appreciate you, and please continue to join me. And you can join me on all my social platforms. You know, I'm the illustrious Darren Harris on TikTok. I got a couple other. Listen, just follow me. Darren Harris is my name. Find me. I'm around. And you can also go to DarrenHarris.com also. So, all right, until next week, y'all. Y'all take it easy. Have a good one, and I'll see you later. All right, peace.
You've been listening to the Darren Harris Podcast. Subscribe to the show, give a good rating, and everything you need to know is at DarrenHarris.com.